Welcome back to the channel, gang. In this video, we are going to look at data. And this is part 3. So I characterized the data and made frequency response curves for the SLO Mini. I measured before and after the modifications so you can compare the difference. And there was a drastic difference. And to do this, I used a WaveTech signal generator, model 135, and a Siglent SDS 1102 oscilloscope that has a very convenient RMS measurement function built into it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the data. And what we have here is in this blue and red, it's kind of a red-orange, measured in the normal mode. And as you can see in the normal mode, oh yeah, there was one other thing that I wanted to tell you guys, is that I had the tone stack all set to 12 o'clock. I had to start from somewhere, so I decided just to go set everything up at 12 o'clock. Now, these two curves are the SLO Mini unmodified. And you can see here that it actually starts rolling off way up here. But then everything kind of intersects, and the deep mods are all in this area here from about 700 hertz down to 33. And the difference between the blue and the red is this is the normal mode and this is the deep mode. As you can see, you get about a 3 dB boost using the deep mode. Okay, so now this brown one that has more boost in the lows, that is mod number 1 only. And not mod number 1 only doesn't need to have the deep switch in the deep position. So I just said, okay, I'll just put it in the normal position. And because remember, it's back in the preamp section, not the output section where the deep mod is. Then in the blue, I put it in the deep mode with mod 1. So you can see it has, well, not quite 3 dB gain, but it has a little bit more gain. Now the yellow one is the mod number 2 in the deep mode. And you have to put it in the deep mode for mod number 2 to work, because remember, that switch, the deep switch, shorts out one of the resistors in the feedback and reduces the gain. So this is mod number 2 in the deep mode only. Now the green is in the deep mode with mod number 1 and mod number 2 on. So what you see here is that this is mod number 1. You can see this gain plus the gain from here to here will equal that gain, because remember, gain of amplifiers always adds. So when the tone stacks are in the 12 o'clock position, we get about maximum of 37 dB in reference to the unmodded SLO Mini. There's the 0 dB. So in this graph, we have an unmodded SLO Mini. And what it shows here, in the normal mode, we have this blue line. And then when bass is in 0. And then when we turn the bass to 10, it goes up in gain, and there's our red line. The yellow line is with the deep switch on, and this is 0 bass, and then the green one is the corresponding bass in 10. So if you look like around 80 hertz, it looks like that when from 0 to full bass, we get about 10 dB of gain, somewhere around, maybe a little bit more than that, because we're going from 15 to 25. Now we're looking at the SLO Mini Bass Control with mod number 1 only. In the blue line, the bass is 0. In the red line, the bass is 10. Then when we switch the depth switch in, we get about 3 dB of gain from there. So this is 0 on the bass, and then the green is the corresponding when the bass is at 10. So there's your bass boost there. So if you want, you don't have to put in the mod 2 if you don't want to do both at the same time. You could try this one out and you will get some bass boost. In the last frequency response curve, we have the SLO Mini Bass Control going from 0 to 10 with mods number 1 and or number 2. Now the blue one here is mod number 2 with the deep switch in, and that is the bass at 0. Then when you turn the bass up to 10, you get this red curve. Now when you put mod number 1 and mod number 2 in, you get this yellow line here with the bass at 0. That's as low as it will go. But when bass is turned all the way up to 10, you get this green line. And notice that you get over 40 dB of gain. And remember, that was with respect to an unmodded SLO Mini. So there you have it. That's the data. And as I'm going through it, these are all the data points and calculations I made. And I first did it just in all, measured the voltage gain, voltages to get the voltage gain. And these are the same thing, but they're just in millivolts. What I'm showing you here now is a Celestion V30 frequency response curve measured in sound pressure in dB, which is different than what I used. I was just measuring voltage, not sound pressure. But you can see how the Celestion speaker starts rolling off around 300 here, down to 75, so there's a considerable amount of roll-off on the low end. So what I'm getting at is, with my modifications, I can get a maximum of about 40 dB, even though it was measured differently, in the low end at around 33. And that will compensate for all this loss. So it's going to come out more flat sounding. So you're gonna have lows that are just as loud as your highs, or in your mid-range here. And that's basically, I just wanted to show you that. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, this is in the area where the bass player plays, and that's true, it is. But the idea of this mod was basically for the home player who wants a more fuller sounding response from their guitar, such as the full response from an acoustic guitar. You hear everything. You hear the bass, you hear the highs, the mid-range, everything. An electric guitar, you're at the mercy of your EQ and the amplifier and the roll-off of the speaker, your microphones, all that stuff. So, and it sounds pretty awesome, believe me. So when we get to the sound test, we'll give you an idea of what it sounds like. See you there.